jumped at the chance of being involved in this, not because I have any experience of anything like this before, but because I am such a massive and lifelong fan of Victoria Wood's writing. And basically, when I was then given the monologue to read, it sort of rang a bell with me, and it made me, I remember having a book which must have been in the early 90s, called Mensana in Thingamadoodah, and I think this was in that. I certainly have an image in my head as well of Julie Walters delivering this monologue brilliantly, and so I didn't allow myself to go back and find that on YouTube, because I know I could never do it justice, and I had to do it in my own way. So I was really excited about it at the start, you know, lots of thoughts of how I might make it my own. But then the problem being that with lockdown and homeschooling and finding the time, so initially just sort of read through it and delivered that to Steve. Actually, I had a bad back, and so it meant that I couldn't do much else at first, and so I just read through it. But then found that I was thinking about the character with, you know, prompts from what Steve had said, thinking about the character and how I might kind of use some of my affectations and some of the things that I would naturally do, maybe, or that I wanted to create for Nicola, and how she was thinking and feeling, and how I might portray that. As I say, I've got no, look, Nicola, I've got no previous acting experience, so it was a nice process to go through to discuss character development and things like that. Then my difficulty became basically just having a time when I'd done my hair and had some makeup on, you know, with not leaving the house and having 2 young children, to actually find a time where I could actually deliver the monologues to camera, being Nicola, because I decided she obviously would be very well put together and presented. But so that was the only sort of thing that I found tricky, just finding the time to actually become her. But I think it's worth saying as well that now, when I delivered my final monologue to Steve, and he kind of said that was it, I found myself thinking, oh no, I can do better, or I could do another one, which I think is a really good thing. It's sort of given me a bit of a taste for having something like this in my life. Okay, everybody, I'm Nicola. I'm just calling you everybody as a sort of termitude, because I don't know everybody's names as yet, and so until I learn them, that will have to suffice. I'm Nicola, as I say. If you should need me at all during the periodical of your stay here with us, then please just examine a member of staff who may be approximate and say, "Where's Nicola?" And that should find me. This is your officious welcome to Pinky Hydro, the gateway to health. I've only recently taken over as head of Pinkies, but do not fear, I have a full and varied business career behind of me. Including hands-on salon experience galore, and 2 years recently of prosthetic nail work. So I'm Nicola, as I say, and Judy will be with us presently. Now Judy's more to do with the physical aspects of the body. Aerobics, jogging, and ping pong mobility. But Judy will be explaining of that as and when and so forth. So our aim here is very simple. It's all about intoxifying the body. Treating the body as a temple. oh gosh, I hope that doesn't offend anybody, me saying temple. I could have just as easily have said garden centre. They're very popular of a Sunday, aren't they? Yeah, so now, we don't have an organised activity on the agenda today. There was to be a twilight display of mouth-to-mouth resuscitation in the lobby, but unfortunately Mrs. Ferneyhough can't be with us. She's had a slight accident and she's scratched her Volvo. Do not fear though, activities will have resumed by tomorrow, and we will be circling a pamphlet with so that you can make your choosing with some further details on that presently and so forth. So I hope you haven't found the first day's regiment too astringent. And I know chamomile isn't everybody's cup of tea, but do persevere with it, and I'm sure results will turn themselves up. So bye. Right, I hope you can use that for your webcaminar thing. Maybe a bit of editing. Thanks, got to go, my show's on.